So today I'm thinking that we should probably test this camera that I got just a little while ago. I haven't really had the opportunity to play with it very much. I was going to use it last week when Mary and I went for a motorcycle trip, and I had my Insta360 One X mounted, which I have in a perfect spot for me. And this was going to actually get mounted in another spot, but I broke the mount. Not the mount that comes with this, but a mount that I already had on my bike. And it was probably a good idea that I didn't mount it there, because I ended up dropping the bike a couple times off-road. I probably would have damaged this camera, so hindsight says it was probably a good idea. But today what we're gonna do is actually test the two lenses. So this camera, the Insta360 One R, comes with the standard 360 camera that's on here right now, and it comes with this one here. So this one is their 4K camera. Now this is when you buy the twin edition, and really the question is this much better than just using this? Now this is a 5.7K 360 camera, which means it's grabbing 5.7K worth of data from everywhere, and the output is 1080. This 4K outputting 4K. Which one should you use? We're gonna do a little walking and vlogging test, where we can also hear what the microphone sounds like, and you guys can make the decision whether you want to use this lens or this one, especially in a scenario where maybe you're not sure if you want 360, but you're kind of unsure. Is the quality going to be good enough? So let's go outside and test that. Okay guys, so we've got the Insta360 One R with the 360 mod turned on, and we're not going to be doing a very long video, but thought it would be cool to just kind of do a video where we get to see the quality of the footage, because I want to see if the 360 footage is better So I want to see if the 360 footage is at least comparable to what the 4K would put out. We know the 4K will be better, but having that flexibility that the 360 gives you, I think it'll help you make a decision as to whether you want to mount or utilize the 360 camera. So this little video here, what I want you to just kind of be aware of and watch is just really the video quality. Now I'm just doing a small walk up the street, nothing too exciting, but a small walk. And again, this is using the 360 camera. It's nice out, so it's optimum conditions for this little camera. I'm going to have both of them out at arm's reach, so I'm not using one of the extended sticks or anything like that. But you guys should get an idea of the 360 that's putting out 1080p footage versus what the 4K will, because that's going to put out 4K footage, of course, and maybe even the difference in stabilization. My guess would be the 360 should have better stabilization because of the fact that it gets to use all the spherical data that gets accumulated or gathered, I guess, while you're recording. So that was a quick walk with the 360 camera. And now what we're going to do is we're going to switch it to the 4K mod and see what that looks like. Okay, so now we've switched it to the 4K mod, and again, the hopes are that you guys will be able to see possibly a difference. Now, we've set it up so that our timeline that we're editing this whole thing in is a 4K timeline, so you should see optimum quality. So the 1080p footage is going to get upscaled to 4K, whereas this footage right here is in its natural state of 4K. So no upscaling at all. Shot in glorious 4K, and you guys should be able to see, based on things like stability, at least a little bit. This is, a rough test. Not a lot of time today before I have to head out to actually work outside of this and do a quick video. But again, I wanted to see, even for my own personal information, if the 4K mod puts out considerably better footage than the 360 one does. Because, I don't know, depending on its codec and how well the 360 camera is encoding and all that kind of stuff, it may put out a pretty decent image. So if it does, again, having that extra flexibility may be nice. But extra resolution is always good as well. Nothing wrong with extra resolution. So you have to kind of look at picture quality versus flexibility. You know, so the flexibility of the 360 camera is always what kind of draws me to the 360 camera for sure. And I love having it like mounted on my bike and things like that because I can move the shot around. Just in case I normally would have missed something, or you've mounted it and it moves and it's not pointing at you anymore, you're okay. You're good to go. Not necessarily the case with a camera like this, because if it moves and gets out of the shot, too bad for you. All right, I'm going to go in and take a look at the video from both of these, and we'll continue on. Okay guys, so we've had the opportunity now to test the 360 camera. Little walk, we've ran it through all the stabilization. That's the footage that you guys saw. So the 360 footage that we recorded had to come in, of course, to the software. And you can do this via your smartphone or via the Insta360 desktop software, whichever you choose. It does take a little bit of processing power, so just kind of be aware of that. But you've had the opportunity to see the 1080p footage and some of the flexibility that it has versus the 4K mod. Which one would you use? Leave a comment below. I'm curious. For me, I don't know. I think for a lot of times, I just like that extra flexibility of having the 360 footage. Again, leave comments. What do you think? Now in a video that we're going to do later on, what we're going to do is something similar, but we're going to mount it to a motorcycle helmet to see which is better for doing action sports. Is it better to have that 360 footage or that extra bit of quality shooting 4K? That video is going to be coming up. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave links below to the Insta360 if you guys want to pick one up. Buying from one of our links helps the channel. You don't have to spend any more money, so why not? All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Always cool. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Later, my friends.